Hello everyone and welcome to another video. I hope you're doing well. Now I am sitting in an Audi RSQ3 and I recently did a detailed review video of that. So if you want to watch that, then you can click on the pop-up banner out here and you can watch an in-depth review video of this very car. But if you want to watch this video, then in this video I am going to show you how to use the infotainment system on this very RSQ3. But before we move forward, please consider subscribing to my channel by clicking that subscription button and make sure to press the bell icon and leave all the notifications on, so that way you will never miss any video updates from my channel. Now let's get this video started. So on this RSQ3 you get a 10.1 inch colorful touchscreen display. Now the thing is, in the other Audi models like the RS7 or let's say the RS6, you get haptic feedback from these touchscreens, but on this one you don't get that. It's just a plain touchscreen feature that you get. So yeah, no haptic feedback otherwise. So yeah, the menu option is laid out straight on your screen, so it's quite easy to just use, straightforward. So if you see the color combinations, the icons on your screen which you see have some sort of color grading which has been done. So if it's related to the media, you will see them in orange. If you see the connectivity, it's in green. If it's related to the car, it's in red. And if you see the settings, which is one in white here and then one which is in shortcut, so both of these are connected basically. So that's how you can even the help, which is a part of the settings, so which is why it's all clubbed into one color icon that way. And even messages, if you see, so that's under the telephone and the phone apps, which is your connectivity. So that's how they've done the color combinations, so that it's easier for you to recognize what option does what inside when you go in. So when we start with the main menu option out here, so you get the radio option in here, in which you can connect basically to all your, and you can even go, when you turn on the volume knob, you can go into the sound setting and then you can change everything in here. Then we go back to the home button, then you have the media option, in which you have different sort of sources. So your this thing is the Bluetooth which my phone is currently connected to. Then there is the other sources, which is your SD card, where there is an SD card which is given inside in the glove box. Then there is the USB option, and then the connection of the extent. Basically, if you are connected to your Android Auto or Apple CarPlay, then you can connect through that. And then when I go back home, then there is the telephone option, in which I can see my call list, the favorites, contacts, mailbox, and the dial number. I can dial directly from here any number and then press that. So yeah, that's when your phone is connected using the Bluetooth. You can even go to the settings and change all the ringtone and volume option. Then you can go and change the mailbox number. So you can change a lot of things in here. And then you go to the phone app. So if your phone is connected to the Apple CarPlay or Android Auto using the wire, then you can connect to that connectivity option. But otherwise, yeah, you cannot connect the Android Auto or Apple CarPlay wirelessly. So I'll just show you on your screen how it looks. Then we go to the car settings, in which you will have all your various car related options, which is your Audi Drive Select. So when you go in, you can see the individual driving modes out here, which is your efficiency, comfort, auto, dynamic, and the individual. You can go inside and click this setting options, and then you can change basically everything from here: the drive system, steering, engine sound, quattro. So engine sound is basically like the artificial sound that is played through the speakers, but real good ones. I would suggest you keep it to the most sportiest setting, because it sounds incredible. And then you go to the climate control, and then you can leave the auto air circulation on, and then the lights and the different visions, and then you can go and change the exterior lightings from here. Then the background lighting, so this car comes with interior mood lighting, so you can change those colors from here. So you have some 30 options to select from the lights. And then there is also the brightness options, in where you can adjust on your doors and the front and everything, so you can adjust all the brightness levels also. Then there is the rain sensor, so you can keep that on. So the parking aid is basically how much parking intervention you want from the Audi Sense, which is your safety system. So yeah, you can change all of that from here. Then the driver assist, basically your speed warning, whatever you want to keep your speed warning as, you can keep it. So then the car would warn you that you crossed that much of speed limit. Then the adaptive cruise control, you can store the last distance, and then you can get information on the adaptive cruise control. Then the distance warning, which will show you on your multi-information driver's display. Then the Audi Presense, which is all your safety systems, you can leave them on or you can switch it off completely, and then all the emergency braking and all that will be switched off. And then when you can go inside also, and then you can go to the advanced warning, and then you can select how much advanced warning you want, early, medium or late. So the car would warn you accordingly when there is a collision or anything. And then there is the side assist feature, which you can switch on and off from your, or you can go inside and then you can change the side assist also. So those are like your blind spot warning. If you want to see that, you can change that from here or switch it on and off. Then the lane departure warning, you can have the vibration levels through your steering wheel, and you can have the information on what it exactly does. So you can see the warning is visually and also via the steering input, and also the optional steering wheel vibrations. So you can set all of that from here. And the next option is the rest recommendation. So the car would decide if you are fatigued or tired, and then based on that it would recommend you to take basically some breaks in between. So the car keeps monitoring your driving style and everything. Then there is the settings and the service, in which you will find the steering wheel option. So you can change all the button options out here. So there is a star button which is given on the steering wheel, so you can change that to give you traffic announcement or switch between the radio and the media. Then the central locking, which is your door related lock, so you can choose what you want to do. Then you can even do the folding mirrors from here. So when you lock your car, it would automatically fold the mirrors for you, so side mirrors for you. Then there is the car information about your VIN number and everything here, chassis number, and then the tire pressure monitoring system you can change from here. Then the service intervals, you can see when is your next inspection, when is your next oil change with the dates and the year. Then the wiper change position, so when you press that, the wiper would come up so that you can change the wipers if you want to. Then when we go back into the home, then there are shortcut buttons. You can place some shortcuts out here, like I have placed some radio channels out here, so you can place them and then you can use them on the go, so it's quicker. Then the more detailed settings, in which there is like the general, so you can change the date and time, the measurement units like your speed, distance, temperature, consumption of fuel economies, and the capacity and all of that from here. Then the reminder and wireless mobile phone charging, so you can switch on the mobile phone wireless charging from here. And then also if there is anyone in the rear seat, it would remind you of that as well. So these are all the reminders and all of that. Then the version information about this infotainment screen, the legal information. Then when you go back, the display and the brightness, so this is basically your cockpit dimming. So the main multi-information driver's display, that you can dim or increase the brightness. And then there is the virtual cockpit option, which is your again driver's display, so you can switch from different dials, which is your classic, and then you can even configure them. What do you want on your main dial, on your side dial, everywhere, what do you want to see the information. Then the sport option, then you can switch to the sporty dials, and then even here also you can change what information you want to see on both the dials and also the virtual cockpit itself. So you can change pretty much everything from here. Then there is the MMI, which is your this display, which is this infotainment screen, so you can change the brightness of that also. And then if you want any acoustic feedback, you can switch it on. So now when I click, there is like a clicking sound which comes, so you can keep it on or off. And then there is the screen cleaning option, so you can switch off the screen and then you can clean the screens, because this is a glossy screen. So it's pretty much like a fingerprint magnet that way. So then when you go back, we have the language and the keyboard option, so you can change all the different languages which are available on this car. For now it's just the English UK and the Arabic version of it, so you can change that. Then the sound setting options, so you can change the treble, bass and all the sound settings from your balance fader, your focus, surround sound system, your 3D sound system, so all of that can be changed from here itself. Then when we go inside, we go back, and then you have the announcements. So if there are any emergency announcement, then you can set the volume for that, how loud it should be, so you can change that from here. Then there is the system maintenance, so there is the software upgrade. So if you insert the USB in the USB connection slot, then you can upgrade the infotainment screen also, or from the SD card setting, and then you can restore the factory settings also from here itself. Then when you go back, and then there is the connected device option, so you can add or remove all the devices from here. So Bluetooth, so you can go in and change those from here. Then the connection settings, which is your Bluetooth again, so you can switch the Bluetooth on and off. Then you can have the Bluetooth name, you can change that from here. And also there were invisible options and then the off option, so you can leave the Bluetooth invisible or you can leave it visible so that everyone can find the Bluetooth on this car. Then which is why you see it's connected to my phone now the moment I switched it off and switched it on. Then there is the radio option, where you can change all the radio settings. Then the media option, so currently there is no media connected, which is why it's not showing any option. Then the telephone option, you can change the ringtone, volume settings, edit mailbox number, which you can even go out from outside from the phone directly icon, and then you can do it. Then the contacts option, where you will see all your contact related changes that you can do from here. Then the messages, then the notifications, if there are any, then you can see them all from here. You can even change what notifications you want when you drop down from here. So yeah, you can have the text, missed call, wireless charging, setup wizard, or the license and everything, and then the help section, which has been given out here. Then the next option is again the help, so you can get all the useful tips and manuals in the digital form from here itself. Then the messages, if there are any messages from your car about any warnings or anything, they would pop out here. Now the thing is, this is basically your entire functioning of the infotainment screen and all the various settings that you can do. Then there are shortcut buttons which are given on the side, straightforward, for your radio, your media, your phone, and also the car settings that you can directly go, so it's easier on the move to just because these are the common options that you are going to be using while driving the car, so you can easily access them from here itself. Then there is also a drop down menu option in which you can switch off the screen from here, and then when you tap the display again, it would switch on. Then the volume control, the Wi-Fi settings, which you go in, and then yeah, you can see all the connected device settings. Then when you go down, then these are all your notification settings, which we saw from inside the settings also, and then you can change the date and time from here directly by going from that option, and then you can change all the date, timing and settings. So that's pretty much it for this video. I hope this video was helpful in understanding how to use the infotainment system on this Audi RSQ3, which is actually quite simple, to be honest. But yeah, it's just that it just makes easier when you have someone explaining you how to use the system, where all those options are, because sometimes there are so many complicated options which are like buried way inside the infotainment system. So which is why I feel like these videos can be helpful. But if they were actually helpful, then make sure to press the thumbs up button and leave this video a like. And if you feel like, then you can even share this video so that more people can discover this video. Now if you want to subscribe to my channel, then you can click here, and if you want to watch more videos, then click here. I shall see you in the next video. Bye bye, take care and stay safe.